Welcome back to the RV Rundown. I'm your host Barry, and this is the segment where we take a look at some of the most popular floor plans available on the RV market today. I'm standing inside a brand new 2023 Alliance Avenue 36 BRM. The Avenue is Alliance's entry into a mid-profile fifth wheel, but it keeps a whole lot of the features that we see across the Alliance product line. So it's residential, it's full-time rated, and it's got so many things in it that really just set it apart from the rest of the market, and a large part of that is due to the fact that Alliance really listens to RVers and tries to implement what they have to say about the design into the products that they offer. I want to get started here in the very back, the BRM portion of it, the Bunkroom, where we have full over full bunks. This is really cool because these things are about 74 inches long, if I remember right. So if you're up over 6 feet, you can sleep on them at about 6'2". I'm 6'3". My head definitely hits one side and my feet hit the other, but I don't sleep dead straight. So I feel like I could get a good night's sleep on one of these. They've incorporated a lot of storage here in the form of cubbies on both sides. Basically, we have this plan inverted top to bottom. So in addition to having the ladder to help get you up, we've got lots of storage space in here. There's even a spot to hook up a little TV over there. We've got big drawers down low. Again, storage is the name of the game here, because if we had a couple of people back here on a long trip, they're going to need a place to put all of their clothes. There's a half bath. We've got sliding doors on either side that's going to separate off this room and the bathroom and just give us some general privacy. I think the half bath is a great addition because you can just jump out of the bunk, use the bathroom, get right back in bed instead of waking everybody up going across the entire fifth wheel on a trip. Pulling out of there gets us into our living room. We have our theater seating with recliners, built-in storage, cup holders that's sitting directly across from our big smart flat screen TV. There's a headset down below it, some speakers. It's all Bluetooth capable and easy to connect to so you can blast your tunes from your phone. There's even storage up above and some decently deep cabinets. They're just taking advantage of the other side of that half bathroom that we just took a look at. Down low, the electric fireplace is definitely going to put out some heat in the wintertime and offset your LP cost. I think that's really cool. And all of this is surrounded by these big atrium windows. This is something Alliance is doing. They decided to not go with the flush mount windows that we see out in the rest of the industry. They do look slick, but with these big atrium windows, we can open them real wide and get a lot of air in the cross flow here. So if it's a beautiful day, you're boondocking somewhere where you don't have shore power, you can open this up and you're going to have air just breezing through here. In addition to that, these slides are 80 inches tall. This is a rarity in a mid-profile fifth wheel because I can walk into it and not worry about hitting my head. It feels open and spacious, and the color tones in here really just complement that. They've done some other neat things like put little pull handles on our blackout shades. It's nice is what it is. It rolls with ease, it shows off well, it's going to give you some privacy and block the sun on those really hot days. Our kitchen features solid surface countertops. We've got a nice deep basin on our sink. It's stainless steel. We've got that high-rise faucet there. And something I'd like to mention that I think Alliance does really nicely is they put shut-off valves on every single water fixture in the house. So that half bath, the sink, the shower, the bath up front, everything that has water running through it has an immediate 90-degree shut-off valve right beneath it. That means if you ever did have any kind of plumbing emergency, you have a way to shut it off at the source. I think that's really cool. Storage is the name of the game here. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Alliance is using any dead space, any dead corners they can to build in more of that storage. Behind me, you'll notice we have a big 30-inch residential microwave. Below that, we have a glass-covered 3-burner stovetop with oven below. They've even put a big storage drawer for large pots and pans beneath that. All of these drawers are reinforced drawer glides. They're capable of supporting a lot more weight than that's really necessary for them. Another thing that I think is really cool is they have an inverter on board. There's a solar panel up top. It ties into your 12-volt battery system, but it's going to ramp up power to 5 different plugs on board. The bedroom has 2 on either side of the bed. We'll look at those in a little bit. Both the TVs, the one in the bedroom and the one out here in the living room, are tied into that inverter plug. And one on your island here, so running a coffee maker in the morning when you don't have shore power is still possible. They've given us a big Furrion 12-volt refrigerator. This thing's pretty neat. It's new. I haven't seen one quite like this yet. It's got a lot of space inside. And being 12 volt, it's going to cool down super, super fast. Again, carving out that dead space, just storage everywhere. And even here on the back wall, they've kind of given us a little wet bar with the solid surface countertop here, hidden plugs, lighting, just more storage everywhere we can get it. They've even built in a nice big pantry over here to the left, which is going to be necessary for those longer trips. This just gives you space to store lots of food and dry goods. Dead space is covered like that. You're going to need a step stool to get up to that, but it's more storage. It's what everyone always asks for. More storage. I need more places to put my stuff. The dining room is no exception to that. We have our dinette here. It's a free-floating table, so there's no legs to get in the way of getting in and out of it. They've given us a couple of chairs, but on this side, they've given us this cool little ottoman to sit on. It pulls out. It can be used elsewhere as a footrest or just as extra seating for the living room. But more importantly, if we lift up the top, we find out that it is just one big storage box. Let's pop on up to the Space Saver upper deck and check out the bathroom and the bedroom. In our bathroom, we see that we have a big shower enclosure. This does have a seat in it, which is a nice addition. Sliding glass doors, a giant skylight up above, which is going to be important for those taller folks like me. At 6'3", I definitely have to be in the skylight to shower here, but I can stand up straight. It's not a problem. We have a foot flush toilet. And just to that side of that, we've got more storage just carved out in the back side of that empty space from the shower enclosure. Medicine cabinet, stainless steel sink with lots of counter space around it, and then storage in the form of cabinetry down below. Now, I mentioned that this is the Space Saver upper deck. What that means is that in a mid-profile fifth wheel, typically you have to step up going into this, and at my height, I would be hunched over, avoiding the ceiling. But I can stand up straight in this mid-profile thanks to the new frame design that they're using here. We have a closet space that's generous for the style of fifth wheel. It does have hookups on the left and the right that we can put in our washer-dryer set. Lots of space for hanging clothes, some extra shelving in there, and then our bed is king sized. I think that's really cool. It's just a big bed for a mid-pro fifth. On either side, we have those inverted plugs that we were talking about. We've got nice deep shelving so that we can set glasses, phones, other things up. There's even storage up under the bed. It's got a strut-assisted lift. Just lots of space. This is equipped with a couple of air conditioners that are ultra efficiency, high efficiency, I should say, quiet airs. They do have a little bit of ducting in this model just to push it into the bathroom and a couple other spaces, but generally speaking, these are direct dump. Across from the base of the bed, we have a big set of chest of drawers, nice deep drawers on heavy drawer glides there, and we're prepped to put a TV in on the wall. All of the entertainment factors that you could think of are right here in this bedroom. It's very comfortable, it's well designed, and that 101-inch wide body just makes it feel open at the base so I can get ready in the morning. Let's jump down onto the lower deck right across from our door and look at the control panel. So what's neat about this is This is directly from Alliance feedback from their customer base. Everybody told them, they said, I don't want a touch screen. I want to be able to walk in, hit a button, the lights come on, the slide rolls in and out, and it's easy like that. And they've done that. Everything is lit up, it's nice and easy to access as soon as we come through the door, and it's clearly labeled so we can quickly and easily get set up to camp. Controls for the air conditioner are right here as well. We've even got a dimmer switch for our lights. You can see that we have our inverter panel up here just telling us what's going on with that battery. And of course, all of our tank checks are built into the wall here as well. Now I want to close up the slides and take a look at it that way before we pop outside, because that's so heavily requested on our channel. Everybody wants to see things with the slides in. So let's do it. All right, so with the slides closed, we really don't have access to a whole lot. I can come into my kitchen, sort of. I can definitely access my sink. I can get into anything in this space, so all of these cabinets are accessible. That pantry is definitely not accessible. I can't walk past anything around the island. And Alliance, if you guys had just moved this island like 1 inch to the side, I would have been able to get into that refrigerator, at least the refrigerator side, not the freezer side. I can definitely get to the bathroom. That's not a problem. We can pop right up the stairs. We can even get into the bedroom with ease. Well, to the bed anyway. We're not getting into any of these drawers, and you'd have to crawl across the bed to get into the closet. But, I mean, all of this is readily accessible. So if you did have to use the restroom in an emergency on the road, that's definitely going to happen. One thing I want to mention before we go outside that I think I forgot to mention early on when we were talking about this panel is the fact that this does come standard with tank heaters. So if you are in a really cold environment, the switches are right here. You flip them on, all your tanks are heated. That's a pretty neat feature. Let's jump outside and check out some of the stuff going on out there. Outside on the patio side of the 36 BRM, we have a couple of cool things going on. Right up here at the front, I want to point out that this comes equipped with saddlebag style 30-pound propane canisters. So one on this side, one on the other. We can switch back and forth between them. That goes a long way. We don't actually use a lot of propane in these fifth wheels these days. So having 2 of those, you should be good for quite some time. The outside speakers are tied back into that Bluetooth head unit that we saw inside. They're zoned. We can control it from our phone. And because this is a 101-inch wide body, our pass-through storage is relatively large for a mid-pro fifth wheel. It goes all the way to the other side. There's access panels over there as well. We'll look at that in a bit for getting to parts on the interior, and they've given us this nice little tray here where the frame drops in. They're slam latches with magnetic catches on the insulated door, so everything operates with relative ease. All of this is up under 2 oversized electric awnings. They're LED lit, they run in and out at the touch of a button. And right here at our entrance, we have the step above stairs. These are solid, they make contact with the ground, they don't have that diving board effect when you go in and out. And we've got a decent sized grab handle there as well. Pushing forward, if we look up under here, you'll see that our running gear is down below, back behind the wheels. Alliance does something special. They've gone in, they use really heavy duty, more ride, shackle and wet bolt systems, and everything is reinforced. So you'll see big V reinforcements put in there. They're welded up in. It's just a little bit different than what the competition is doing. It gives you some peace of mind. At the very back, again, more slam latches, magnetic catches. We open this up and we see that we've got a little bit of storage and a hot point electric refrigerator. Up underneath there is a spot where we could potentially hook up another propane accessory out here. Maybe store a small grill, something of that nature. At the very back, we see that we've got a ladder that heads up to our fully walkable PVC roof. This thing is 6-side aluminum caged, Everything on it is super, super sturdy. Again, you can walk on that roof just fine. And at the very back here, behind our lower bunk, we have a lot of storage. The way this works out is that this is not super accessible from the inside. So again, Alliance is just using that dead space and opening it up to create more storage solutions for you. We're wired for a backup camera up high, and down low, we have a 2-inch receiver and a 4-pin out. So we could tow a small trailer, like if we were tandem towing legal in your state, that's okay. But this only has a 300-pound hitch weight, so it's really more intended for cargo racks, for bikes, things like that. Pushing on around, we have our sewage dump station, and there's actually a sewage hose carrier tucked up under there as well. You notice our ground control 3.0 leg there is going to level up the camper at the touch of a button. It's a really simple and easy to use system. Pushing forward, we're just passing that slide with our wheels tucked up under there. I do love the rims that they put on these. They're super sleek. Our main shoreline power in is right here past the midpoint of the RV. You can see our service station for our hot water heater. And that brings us to the other side of that pass-through storage, where we'll also find our wet bay, where we can have an outside shower access, all of our tank pulls for sewage. We can even set this up right here to winterize the camper. All of that is right there at your fingertips. This next one is the saddlebags for that 30-pound LP. We looked at that on the other side. And then we have our electronic leveling system control panel. This happens right here. It's a really good spot for it because we can see where the pin is interacting with the fifth wheel hitch in the truck as we're raising and lowering it. I like that a lot. Up underneath, let's open this up for you. We have a couple of cool things going on. We have our battery compartment here, a little bit of extra storage if you chose to use it that way, and our giant inverter is mounted to the wall there, as well as our Rover charge controller for the solar that's on board. Our front cap is fully painted. We have 3M graphics that are 5-year rated, and we have a Curt Rotaflex pin box. I think that that thing is awesome because it takes out so much chucking and all of that kind of jarring feeling that you get going down the road. That's going to absorb it a lot. Overall, this Avenue is a super cool mid-profile fifth wheel. It's one of those that's built for families and full-time traveling in mind, and it really shows with all the features that are inside. If you like it, you can check it out online at southernrv.com to learn more. You can email our sales team at sales@southernrv.com if you're just interested in purchasing one of these things, or give us a call at 770-477-0552 if you have any questions. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. We really appreciate it. And until next time, guys, happy camping.